Hi, everyone. We're going to quickly start. Let's just give everyone a minute to settle in. I think some just says joining. All right.
And requesting you to please switch off your microphone and your video, please.
Awesome. So we're going to quickly start. Thank you, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining the session, Ask Me Anything session with Abhay Srivastava from Shell Foundation. We're extremely excited to have you at this unique series that we've organized to help you interact with all coalition partners. As you're aware, IPITCH, of course, is larger than ever with 11 coalition partners that have come together to identify startups that are creating innovative solutions across India. So not just that, we have a total pot size of 5 million USD up for grabs, and all shortlisted IPITCH applicants get access to Artha's Impact Network platform, where they will further get access to over 1,200 impact investors and incubators, which is key to one of our key objectives this year with IPITCH was to bridge the gap between investors and entrepreneurs. So very glad that this is also the series focuses on helping you do that by asking any questions that you have. So please feel free to unmute yourself, raise your hand and ask questions. And also you can type it into the chat box. The first 10 minutes of the session, Abhay is just going to quickly introduce the kind of startups that Shell Foundation is looking to support through IPITCH, followed by 20 minutes of Q&A. So yeah, over to you, Abhay.
Thank you, Akshata. Thank you, IPITCH team, and really delighted to be part of IPITCH session again. Hi, everyone. My name is Abhay Srivastava. I'm part of Shell Foundation team. Shell Foundation is a UK registered charity which works with for-profit startups working on access to energy and access to mobility solutions, primarily focused towards improving lives of low-income population. We work primarily in India and Africa, and we provide largely grants, but on exceptional basis, we have done concessionary debt and equity. So that's our instrument of investing. Coming to this particular session of IPITCH and this year's objective. So we are looking forward to identify some of the solutions in mobility, which are largely beyond your tier one cities, large cities, and really making an impact to the lives of low income population. So this is what our mandate is. And I mean, coming to the problem statement per se, I mean, there is enough data available on web which would highlight that about 67% of rural population, they commute to urban and peri-urban areas for their employment, access to education and healthcare. Whereas if you look at the infrastructure, India have 4 buses for about 10,000 people, uh, and 90% of Indians, they do not own any vehicles. The buses which are largely available, their overall capacity utilization is less than 70%. So because of lack of access to transport facilities, about 18 million workers are forced to walk to their work areas. And then you would imagine that since largely commute is constrained, many of them are forced to take employment close by, which may not be suited to their skill set or their aspirations. But then there is no other option for them to commute and access those places of higher livelihood and better opportunities. Similarly, there is a lot of data which says that about 30% of women, they reach to office on foot. A WRI study shows that about 80% of their sample audience, sample size, mentioned that there are high risk of being abused or harassed in a crowded vehicle. these challenges are kind of hindering growth in rural areas, and what it does translate into for Shell Foundation. So we have learned that people who do not own vehicles are dependent on public or private transport, mainly bulk service provider. But then there aren't enough transport options to from rural areas to urban and rural peri-urban commute. Similarly, there is a dependency on male members uh, of a family or their relatives for especially women commuters. And we believe that current available options do not cater to people with special needs by design and not fully utilized owing to the visibility of timings, bus stops, etc. So what I am looking for is, um, uh, I mean, business model which can be scaled, which is financially viable, and which address some of the gaps which we have learned. From thesis perspective, we do have some idea that what could really work for solving some of these challenges, like demand aggregation to reduce cost and increase asset utilization for your day-to-day commute and for goods distribution. And I'm talking about largely impact goods, pharmaceutical, your daily usage, groceries, etc. If the cost of such goods can be reduced by bringing efficiencies into the system, optimizing what is largely available in rural areas, is what I would be more interested in. Similarly, if there are any business model which could provide route planning information, or let's say access to multiple assets across asset class, two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, and including waterways mobility, because we feel that is another area which has got a lot of potential but has not been largely harnessed in India. So any mobility company looking to use waterways for providing commute and last mile distribution services into rural areas would be something I would be interested in. And last but not the least, if there are business model who have
Akshita?
Abhay is not audible, right?
Yeah,
Right, 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 right.
I think Abhay is
I'll
dropped.
just check it out. I'll just check it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Meanwhile, everybody, if you have any questions, then please do type them in the chat box.
yeah. I had a question to answer. Okay? I'm not audible.
Sorry, can't hear.
Am I audible now?
Very
Um,
feeble.
This is K. Narayan. I think you're very faintly audible.
Yes, sir. This is a Q&A session, right? Hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're very faintly audible. I can't clearly make out what you're trying to say. Maybe you
I
could.
had a question to ask Mr. Abhay. Hello.
Mr. Narayan, can you please type your question? Your voice is not audible.
Okay, okay. I'll do that. Sure. See, okay.
Abhay, we can
Can we-
see you on the call, but I think he's muted and not able to see his
Yes.
video.
Yes, actually, there is some issue with my mic, I believe. Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Narayan, you can actually just type in your question, or maybe just wait for Abhay to join back.
Okay, it's big actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
We can
we'll
hear you
we'll
now. It's
talk
much
after the
better.
session.
Yeah, it's
All
much
right.
better. Yeah, your voice is better.
Okay, 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 so okay, madam.
We'll just quickly check with Abhay. Ali, any luck?
Hey, I have reached out to Abhay. I'm waiting for his reply. Sorry for the inconvenience. I think he's having some internet issues. He complained about it earlier also, right? Because of some rains.
Yeah, so Abhay has come. I mean, can I put my question now?
Narayan, Abhay is not back yet. We will let you know when he's back, so you can ask your question directly to him, right?
Okay. So then, can we talk after this session? So, I mean, can you give the contact details? So,
Contact details as in?
email or whatever you have, email or call.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I mean, we can talk with
I
Abhay. We can
tried,
set up with
I
him.
tried connecting through LinkedIn. I
Uh,
tried connecting to, yeah.
Narayan, you can also write to us at ipitch@willgrow.org. We'll just type in the details in the chat box. So in case you have any queries about the application process, you can write to us at ipitch@willgrow.org.
Yeah. So what has happened is we have invented a new it's a new software product that we have developed. So it actually has a relation to saving fuel, saving fuel, and as well as carbon footprint actually. So I wanted to showcase, give a demo this to Abhay actually. So
Actually, more
I
than
can
the demo, you can maybe just talk
speak
to
check. Even
Abhay about the particular product that you have. And in case you have any questions regarding what you should mention in the pitch deck, if there's anything particular that you can include, that would be like you can maybe, ask him those questions. Won't be able to like do a demo during this call because we'd like to
yes,
use this call
yes,
to give
yes.
everyone an opportunity to ask questions regarding the entire process. Awesome. We have
Hi
Abhay back
everyone.
as well.
Yeah,
Apologies
I'm
everyone.
from the
My
pitch deck.
Wi-Fi went down.
Yes,
No
yes.
worries, Abhay. Everyone decided to like put together their questions as well. So we'll quickly give
Awesome.
you, yeah, you can like maybe just in case you'd like to complete, and then we can just quickly open for questions.
Right. So I'm not sure till what part you heard. So let me quickly summarize. So what I was beginning to say that there are a lot of gaps in the rural mobility design. When I say rural mobility, I do mean mobility options outside tier 1 cities, essentially tier 2, tier 3 and below, for both commute and goods movement and last mile delivery options. So that's the model I'm looking for. At Shell Foundation, we do have some ideas what we have seen largely working in some parts of India and Africa. So some of these are services which provide demand aggregation to reduce cost and increase optimization of existing assets in all vehicle classes, two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, or even waterways. Because what we have seen that India and Africa, despite having vast inland water bodies and coastline, have limited adoption of waterway services to address the needs of commute and goods transportation. And next, who have provided route optimization information or route planning information to rural customers in order to facilitate access, affordable and safer access to mobility options are the models which would be of interest to us. And third, an important one, any business model which has re-engineered commute to bring about safety for women commuters would be of again extreme interest to us. So those are the 2-3 kind of solutions we have seen, but like I said, I mean, this is not the end and I'm here for learning, and if there are other business model who are impacting lives of low income population outside large cities and providing them access to commute to go to their workplace, access healthcare infrastructure or education, and move about the impact or essential goods in rural areas. So I'll probably take a pause here and see if there are any questions for me on what we believe can work for mobility outside tier 1 cities.
Yeah, so
Thank you so
my
much,
name is
Abhay.
K. Narayan.
So Narayan wanted to ask a question. Narayan, you may go ahead.
Okay, can I ask the question now?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Narayan. Yep.
Yeah. So my name is K. Narayan Pai. I had given you a LinkedIn connect actually. The connection is not yet done, I believe. So actually, we have developed a new software product actually. It's called Insti Profile, and we have already got traction. I mean, the MVP and all we have tested. So that gave me confidence, and I quit my job. I'm right now working full time on it actually. So it has features, 5 features, and a locking mechanism actually, a group making a kind of software. I'll just send you the pitch deck. So it has fuel saving features. So it saves fuel. Yeah. So the software usage has a direct relationship with the fuel wastage. Yeah. So I just want to ask you, can this case can be applied in your Shell Foundation? So I mean, for any grant kind of thing. So I was just looking for kind of a grant. So I heard about Otto Raja actually. He's my friend, the founder of Otto Raja, Abhinav. He was my friend actually. So he told me about Shell Foundation. So I had written to your company as well. I had not received any mail actually. Yeah, so it's like God given actually this talk actually. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's the thing. So yeah.
So Narayan, for sure, I think iPitch is the right platform wherein we can exchange thoughts and you can present the information or the work done so far, the traction you have received, the solutions which you have for meeting the commute or mobility needs of low-income population. More than happy to look at your business model, and
Yeah.
for sure,
So
let's also connect over LinkedIn since you
yeah.
mentioned.
Please, I need your contact details. So that's it. Yeah. LinkedIn is the best. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Narayan, you can actually, so one for starters, just Ali here will share the details to apply to iPitch. Please do apply to iPitch. All the coalition partners will look at your application, including Shell Foundation. And yeah, and they'd be happy to like give you feedback, and once in the next process, like in the next step of once you're shortlisted, etc., you'd get an opportunity to showcase your business model to all the partners that have chosen you. So yeah.
All the best, Narayan. Thanks, Akshata.
Yeah. I have applied. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Nice
Thanks,
meeting
Abhay.
you.
Shashank has raised his hand. Shashank, please ask the question.
Hey Abhay, first of all, it's always a pleasure to see you and meet you.
Hi,
Since last year
Shashank.
also, hope everything is good and you're staying safe.
Yep. Yep.
I had a quick question. Primarily, I assume it's similar to last year's iPitch, the whole structure and Shell Foundation's role in it. So I actually wanted to I had two questions. One was, what is one of the key areas that you're looking at this year with Shell Foundation pivoting away from? And you mentioned last mile delivery or rural landscape or tier 2, tier 3. If you could shed some insight, particularly in what aspect are you looking at? Is it EV infra perspective? Is it EV mobility, or is it also mobility as a service? That's one. Just to give some examples. The second question I had was on the safety bit that you mentioned. Is it looking at just women's safety in mobility, or is it looking at road safety also? Like the broader theme of it? Because last year we came with that product, the road safety product, which we'll come again this year with. But if you could shed some light into that as to what is the key criteria that you're looking at from the safety
Sure,
perspective.
Shashank. In fact, a very good question. Happy to be connected this time as well. So, Shashank, like I mentioned, Shell Foundation is a UK registered charity. All we do is for poverty alleviation to provide services into rural areas or urban areas where low income population are present, and address their mobility and energy needs. That's our primary objective. And this includes everybody, including women, since you mentioned about the women's safety. So road safety is of extreme importance to us, but then I mean, alone road safety companies might not be able to deliver goods and services or move people on their own. They have to be integrated into some of the products or services, I mean asset classes, two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, or even waterways in ferries. So if safety solutions, accessibility solutions are integrated into such models, and we feel that this is an area which requires some support in terms of grants or concessional debt, since this is largely, you can say, first mover disadvantage, if I can use that word, that the market is not yet ready. There aren't enough paying customers. Other commercial investors are not looking into investing into such businesses, but the impact is clearly visible. And if that is the case, and we feel the solution is scalable, viable, and can be integrated into mainstream mobility, then for sure we would assess the solution and the business model. That's one. You asked about what kind of solutions I would be interested in, infra services for last mile delivery. So to be honest, we haven't zeroed down that we are going to shortlist or add to pipeline certain kind of companies. We are open to even service provider, mobility as a service provider, I mean, or let's say asset manufacturer, if they have come with a right asset class to service rural markets. So we would be open to it. When I say last mile distribution, I mean to say that we are looking for demand aggregators who can service rural areas where cost of service for a typical transporter or a typical, you can say, e-commerce players are quite high. There are such pockets, especially non-pin codes area, where most of the transporters don't want to go, and the only option for retailers in those geography is to arrange for transport themselves, that somebody has to pick up their own vehicle, come to the nearest urban areas and pick up let's say their pharma products, a box of medicine, and themselves carry, which increases the cost of transportation and hence impacts the working capital availability of these retailers, which is why they are unable to provide range or required number of SKUs to their rural customers. So if we reduce the cost of transportation and bring them at par with their, let's say, urban counterpart, then I would say we have made some of the last mile distribution impact.
Thank you for that. So if I just summarize to one thing, I think the key theme as always has been poverty and accessibility, alleviating poverty and accessibility to energy and mobility, if I can summarize it. And you're open to any form of company structure or any, sorry, not company structure, any form of entity, whatever segment or sector it might be.
Right. As long as the solution is able to highlight that they are addressing a market failure, the solution is viable and scalable. So more than happy to take a look further, Shashank.
Cool. So we'll connect separately, Abhay, because I would love to get some insights from you for a mobility summit also that I'm a part of as a speaker. So we are looking at green mobility as a whole in that. So the reason I asked you about poverty and alleviation is because as a company, last year you saw we were working on road safety, but energy alleviation has been one of the keys. So last question, just a question, sorry, Akshata, that's coming to a question.
Pertaining to the running late. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll come to the question also. So, okay, fine. I'll take it off. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks. I see there is one question on agriculture. So if I can quickly answer, Akshata.
Sure, please go ahead.
Yep. So, I mean, we have seen that even for moving agriculture commodities, agriculture inputs and finished produce, there are limited mobility options present in rural areas. So if there are business model who is addressing the needs of farmers and FPOs, so that one, the wastage is reduced and the farmers get right price for their produce if they are able to timely access required markets. So those kind of mobility solutions, solving some of the challenges of farming communities and I mean agri companies, we would be more than happy to even look at those.
Thanks, Abhay. So I'll just quickly go through the questions in the chat box, and then people who have raised their hands can go and ask their questions. But it's just a request to keep your questions very crisp and short because we are running out of time. The question is, can Shell Foundation play as an investor in growth of a social enterprise in a rural setting? That is one question. And I'll also read out the next question, which is, does Shell Foundation look into an afforestation project for reduction of greenhouse gas to improve soil health, welfare of community?
Right. So, sorry, can you please repeat the first question?
Yeah, can Shell Foundation play as an investor in growth of a social enterprise in a rural setting?
As long as it meets our objective that the company is providing access to energy and mobility for low-income population, and we are aligned, then we can play the role of investor.
Yeah, thanks, Abhay.
And
And the other question was, is there any possibility for afforestation project for reduction of greenhouse gas to improve soil health, which Shell Foundation might be interested in?
so climate as an independent theme is something we have not picked up. We are still focused on providing energy and mobility solutions to meet the commuting and energy needs of low-income population. So, I mean, if there is more to it, because there would be a certain way of reducing the climate footprint or the carbon footprint, or if it is only afforestation, then I mean, I don't think it would be a fit to our mandate.
Thanks, Abhay. There's another question which asks, do you invest in early stage pre-revenue companies, and what is the ticket size for the investment?
So it really depends what pre-revenue stage company is doing. Let's say if we are scouting for a rural mobility enterprise, somebody who has an idea, has a prototype ready to be deployed in rural areas, and then the organization is clearly able to articulate what benefits low-income population will receive in terms of their commuting or energy needs, then for sure we do not have any constraints of working with pre-revenue companies as long as their idea is fit to our mandate, and we are not able to find any slightly better positioned companies who have already passed the proof of concept stage and are looking to accelerate their solutions and need some concessionary capital or grant funding to de-risk them further. So in that case, obviously it's a comparative analysis we would also do. We would also like to see what competition exists in market for a certain solution, and if there are better players, we surely would like to work with a better company.
Thanks, Abhay. So we have 2 minutes, and Benish has raised his hand. Benish, please go ahead and ask a question.
Hi, good evening. Is it audible?
Yes, Vinish, you are.
Yes, I'm calling from a tier 3 or tier 4 city. Here, there is a challenge of the last mile commuter, especially the women and students who are coming to the city for some specific requirement. Sometimes he want to get some certificate from government office, or he want to go to college or education for half an hour or 1 hour time. So now, due to this COVID situation, the last mile commute is just stopped. Once they reach the public transport, then they want to take a auto or private vehicle or anything, or by walk, and there is a huge expenses. So I put here there is a small 1 month I put a trial for a electric vehicle near to my common public bus stand near to that. So I service so who have some license, driving license, or is there she or that student can directly take that vehicle and go to within a half an hour, 1 hour. I am charging a very minimal cost. It is around 9 rupees for 30 minutes, and cost around 19 rupees for 1 hour. So I want to scale up that business. Why? Because it is feasible for a coming a one time commuter to come to a city. It is very much helpful. So how can I grow this business? Yes.
So Binish, please do apply through iPitch. We would love to see the business idea, what you are trying to create,
Yes.
and what traction you have received, and how this solves the commuting needs of low income population. So if there is a business case, we surely would be talking further.
Okay, thanks. Thanks.
All the best, Binish.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're actually at 5:30 and I understand Abhay has to leave. So please type in. Thank you so much, Abhay, for taking the time to do this.
One question.
Could you please,
Small.
Yashpal, could you please type in your question? Okay, Abhay, go
Yeah,
for
Mr.
it.
Abhay, yeah.
Go ahead.
Quick, yeah. Last mile mobility, garment worker, low income. So, but already vehicles are available like Mahindra, Trio, yeah, YOLO. But can we develop a service business model?
I mean, of course you can, sir. But I mean, we don't. I mean, if there is something you have already designed or you have on your mind, please do apply through iPitch. We are more than happy to support the idea and see if there is a fit. And yeah, so that's my only advice at this stage.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I know. I mean, due to constraint of time, we are not able to totally understand what exactly you're working on. But if it is related to benefiting low income population outside tier 1 cities, please do apply through iPitch.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abhay. Thanks for taking the time, and thanks everyone for joining this call. Please please write to us at ipitch@willgrow.org if you have any more questions. We'd be happy to answer the questions that you have. Again, thanks everyone for joining this session. See you in the upcoming sessions, and do apply to iPitch.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, iPitch.
Thanks.
Thank you, Abhay.
Abhay.
Bye.